Hey guys, what is going on? So today we're going to be talking about if you should get the iPhone 16 Pro Max or the iPhone 16 Pro. Now for me personally, I've had a lot of experiences trying to pick which iPhone is right for me pretty much every single year, because every single year it's super hard for me to decide. But in this video, I'm going to be going over all the details and my personal opinion on if you should get the iPhone 16 Pro or the iPhone 16 Pro Max. I also do want to mention that previously on the iPhone 15 Pro, the cameras were a little bit different on that model. So with the iPhone 15 Pro Max, it had a upgraded camera versus the regular 15 Pro, it had a kind of downgraded camera compared to the 15 Pro Max. So that was pretty much the only camera difference between those two phones. But now the cameras are exactly the same on the iPhone 16 Pro Max and the iPhone 16 Pro. So no matter what phone you're getting, you're still gonna get the same phone, same power, same cameras, but you aren't gonna get as good as battery life. And obviously the screen isn't gonna be as big as the iPhone 16 Pro Max, obviously. So the first phone I wanna talk about is the iPhone 16 Pro, the regular 6.3-inch screen now. It did get a little bit bigger than the previous 6.1-inch from the iPhone 12 series all the way up to the 15 series. So it is a little bit bigger. And honestly, for me personally, when I first used the iPhone 16 Pro, I did notice the bigger screen size. And now about a week later, I honestly do not notice the difference. I mean, I don't have my 15 Pro anymore, but it just feels like my previous phone. It just feels like my iPhone 15 Pro. The size, it is a little bit bigger, but it feels like it's relatively the same exact size as my previous phone. So for the iPhone 16 Pro, if you prefer a smaller kind of phone and you want more of a easy to use, easy to move around, comfortable to use, and you kind of have smaller hands, then the iPhone 16 Pro is a very, very good option for you, especially because the screen is a little bit bigger, but the bezels are slimmed down. So basically you're getting pretty much the same kind of form factor as the previous models, but you are getting a little bit bigger of a screen, which is a good thing. The next thing is the battery life. So the battery life also did get upgraded on the iPhone 16 Pro versus the iPhone 15 Pro, and I do notice this on a day-to-day basis. I mean, I know the phone is brand new, and when I had the iPhone 15 Pro, it wasn't the best battery life phone out there. I get about 2 to 3 hours more than my previous iPhone 15 Pro. So yeah, if the iPhone 16 Pro information resonated with you, this phone right here, the iPhone 16 Pro, is the one for you. All right, so no matter what phone you're gonna get, if it's the iPhone 16 Pro Max or the iPhone 16 Pro, you're gonna wanna protect it, and that is where this video sponsor comes in, ESR. All right, so the first thing I wanna talk about is their cases. So they have so many different kind of cases to choose from. Right here, I have the hybrid case with a stash stand, and with this one right here is actually very, very useful because it's not just a case that can protect your phone, but it does have a stand, which I think is very cool, especially if you're the person that wants to stand their phone up during like a work day or something like that, or on a desk. And so with this stand being built into the camera area, I really do like that, because with some stand cases, they're just like out of the way and they just don't look good, and they're just too bulky and too clunky. But with this case, again, it is built into the camera area, so basically it doesn't even look like you have a stand on your phone. And in my personal opinion, the more minimal the better. And then they also have this ultra tempered glass screen protector. So for this screen protector, it's probably the easiest screen protector to install of all time. So if you're somebody that screws up screen protectors, like installing them pretty much every single time, for this one, you basically just clean up your phone, put your phone inside of this housing, and just pull. And that is pretty much it. It also does have full screen covering, which is very important, especially with the iPhone 16 Pro, because as you guys know, the bezels have gotten thinner. So you want the most protection you could possibly get on your new iPhone 16 Pro or iPhone 16 Pro Max. So yeah, if you guys are interested in any ESR gear, I'll leave a link down in the description below where you guys can check them out. And for the iPhone 16 Pro Max, now for me personally, I did buy both of them, all right? And I'm still trying to decide which one I do like. Previously, I went with the 15 Pro, and before that, I went with the 14 Pro, always the smaller size. But the battery life on the iPhone 16 Pro Max is the first thing I want to talk about. And let me just tell you guys, I've had this phone for about 7 days, maybe 8 days, something like that. And honestly, I charged it one time for like 10 minutes. And it's been alive ever since then, okay? I think it has one battery cycle on it. Apple did make the batteries on the iPhone 16 Pro model a little bit differently than the previous models. And honestly, I can tell, because the battery life on both of them is very good. But the iPhone 16 Pro Max, the battery life is just absolutely insane. So if you're that person that just needs the best battery life, like you need it nonstop power user, then that one is the perfect phone for you. So the next thing I want to talk about is the screen size. Now with the iPhone 16 Pro Max, it did get bigger. Like I said previously, it is now a 6.9-inch display, which is kind of getting to the iPad mini territory, which is kind of crazy because this is a mobile device. So I would say if you watch a lot of content on your phone, or if you have bigger hands that can support, a phone this big, then I would say the iPhone 16 Pro Max, because of the bigger screen, got a little bit bigger. This phone is the absolute powerhouse of the iPhone 16 lineup. And I honestly do think it is worth the upcharge versus the 16 Pro because you're getting such a better battery life even from the 16 Pro. And I'm going to be doing a full day in the life video of the iPhone 16 Pro Max later down, maybe next month. So I'm going to test this thing fully and see what this thing can actually do. But so far, after the few days I've been testing it, I've been actually just blown away by the battery life on this phone. And that is the main thing I think you're paying for with the iPhone 16 Pro Max is the absolutely incredible battery life on the phone. It's just crazy, dude. I can't say enough good things about it, honestly. So if all those things that I mentioned with the iPhone 16 Pro Max resonates with you, then obviously the 16 Pro Max is the way to go. If you need that bigger battery life, if you need that bigger screen, then that is the one for you. So yeah, guys, that is pretty much it. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Also, let me know what phone you guys have down in the comments below. Do you have the 16 Pro Max or the iPhone 16 Pro? I'm kind of curious to see which one is the most popular. I would imagine the regular 16 Pro is the most popular, but I just want to see down in the comments below. Also, yes, they're both desert titanium because honestly, I really like that color. And I'll talk more about that in my day-to-life video. So you guys, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.